Alexander Graham Bell was born March 3, 1847. He died August 2, 1922. He was born in Edinburgh, Scotland, and went to University College London and University of Edinburgh. He learned a finger language so he could sit with her and tap out the conversations racing around their house. He also learned to speak in clear tones directly into his mother's forehead. She would hear him through the vibrations of his voice. His mother's deafness greatly influenced him, and because of her, he studied acoustics, which is the science of sound. At age 16, he went to live with his grandfather in London, which seemed to bring out the best in him and his work again. While living in Brentford, Bell learned the Mohawk language and put it in writing for the first time. The Mohawk people made him an honorary chief. Since the age of 18, Bell had been working on the idea of transmitting speech. In 1874, while working on multiple telegraphs, he developed the basic ideas for the telephone. Remarkably, he only worked on this invention because he misunderstood a technical work he had read in German. His misunderstanding ultimately led to his discovery of how speech could be transmitted electrically, and therefore led to the invention of the telephone. His experiments with his assistant Thomas Watson finally proved successful on March 10, 1876, when the first complete sentence was transmitted of "Watson, come here, I want you." Mr. Watson, I am confident that this will prove to be a little better than we have ever done before. Good. Well, we are ready, Mr. Bell. Okay, here is the receiver. Go in the other room and test it.
Mr. Watson, come here, I want you.
Mr. Bell, you wouldn't believe it. I heard every word you said. Every word? Well, that's great. Alexander Graham Bell had many achievements. His first achievement, or his best achievement, was inventing the telephone. He was also one of the co-founders of the National Geographic Society, and he served as its president from 1896 to 1904. He also refined the phonograph, or record player, by applying the first wax recording cylinder, which formed the basis of the modern phonograph. When he was 25, Bell opened his School of Vocal Physiology and Mechanics of Speech in Boston, Massachusetts, where he taught deaf people to speak. Bell granted 18 patents in his name, and he also shared with 12 collaborators for the telephone. Alexander Graham Bell also won many awards. In 1907, he won the John Fritz Medal for outstanding scientific or industrial achievements. In 1912, he won the Elliott Cresson Medal for the invention or improvement of some useful machine for some new process or combination of materials and manufacturers. In 1913, he won the Hughes Medal in recognition of original discovery in the physical sciences, and particularly electricity and magnetism. In 1914, he won the IEEE Edison Medal for a career of meritorious achievements in electrical science, electrical engineering, or the electrical arts. I think that I should be in the Hall of Fame because I invented the telephone. And without telephones, where would the world even be now? Trying to get a hold of someone would be an inconvenience, and communication on a phone is key and is a necessity today.